So to be able to receive these funds and not have to pay them back, remember, we gotta have our businesses set up the proper way as far as paying ourselves in the proper way. So I was telling y'all that you want to get your trust and you want to get your LLC in that order. But with your trust, you know, that's gonna cost you probably around $1,500 or so, more or less. But that $1,500 to save you hundreds and thousands in the future when it comes to business purposes. So you want to get that trust, and that trust, you will make it the creditor and make your LLC the debtor of the trust. And then you want to get your UCC1 financing statement and then turn around and make yourself as an employee of the company. Then you're paying yourself properly as an employee. With the ERC, employee retention credit, which you're entitled to $26,500 per employee, you can have at the least 8. They really want to have 10 at the least, but you can have 8, but you got to have your business straight too. And people was asking me, do we need to have 1099s for our employees or W-2s? You need to have W-2s no matter what when it comes to employees. That makes sure you know you own with the up and up. It states that for employers that have employees that are fewer than 500, it's going to be certain little stipulations. So you want to go on irs.gov and look into the ERC, you know, it's pertaining to your situation, especially if you have fewer than 500, which I'm sure a lot of us do. So it's a few little stipulations, and it may be some extra things or a few little things that they may be asking for you that they'll need as far as making verification and everything. So check that out too. You self-employed people, check this out. So it says that you may be eligible for the ERC with paid respect qualified wages to your employees. So otherwise it's saying that if you made yourself an employee to your company, like I said, that you should make yourself an employee of your company the proper way, you're eligible to get that ERC credit for yourself as an employee. Remember, I was telling y'all about how the rich are balling off of business credit, whole life insurance policies, borrowing against the whole life insurance policy, and going out investing in real estate and many other endeavors. But real estate being the main thing, because real estate is your number one way, well, one of your number one ways to wealth or building wealth. So that's what we got to get to as well, guys. When they going out and they purchasing these big buildings and apartment complexes and properties and stuff like that, they're not saving up big lump sums of money and stuff like that or saving it for a year's time and saying, oh hey, I'm gonna go out and buy this. Like, no one is doing that to go purchase big things like that. They swiping credit cards and they using the money that they have leveraged against their life insurance policy and going and getting it too. And once they get the building or the property or whatever, the tenants, they're gonna pay them back what they borrowed. So it all is a cycle and it continues. So we got to get on that network too. I was talking to y'all the other day about how O-Block just got sold, and I was telling y'all about how we need to start investing in tax liens and using our county government or the parish as our bank. Because with your state, each state has different percentages of interest rates that they put on property taxes and stuff like that. So you want to use the property tax interest rate of the state to put on top of your money when it comes to investing and buying the tax lien, in the return of getting the property back or getting your money 2 to 5 times over what you've already spent in buying the tax lien, on top of it in surcharges and penalties that comes back to you. You get that money, you wouldn't want to go and put it in a CD account or certificate of deposit, because certificate of deposit accounts, they only give you no more than 6% on interest on top of your money. So at the end of the year, you're only getting approximately maybe $15 more of what you put in your bank to save. So why not use a qualified retirement plan, which is a QRP? Which you get that qualified retirement plan, you can use the state's interest, which is like Texas, which I'm in the state of now, which is 25% on top of your money. So let's say I spend $1,500 on a tax lien and the person comes and pays what I paid, what they owed, I get 25% on top of the $1,500 that I paid that they didn't pay. 25% is always better than 6% for a CD account. Feel what I'm saying? So we got to start using the tax lien system as an annuity, using the county government as a bank and using the tax lien system as an annuity, annual pay. PPP loans, EIDLs, all those different loans and stuff, they all been reappropriated by way of Senator Carter. And if you want to hear more about this, you can go type in SBA Senator Carter and you can read up on this stuff. This information is powerful, and I promise you'll love reading it, especially if you're a money guy like me. So you got to keep in mind also that if you were impacted financially in the pandemic, you automatically qualify for these loans. You're eligible for these loans if you were impacted financially with the business in the pandemic. So that's damn near everybody. So that's why I'm saying, if you're not in the game, you need to get in the game now. Somehow, some way. You need to prepare yourself. You need to do what you need to do now so you can receive this money. And you need to educate yourself, more importantly, because when you do get this money, a lot of people ain't never had this type of bread before, and a lot of them are going to go and blow this bread. That's why when it comes to your investments or investing, you want to make sure that your investment or whatever you're putting towards that is going to bring you back a ROI, a return on your investment. You don't want to go and put this money towards something that you know ain't going to bring you no money back in. Then you're going to wind back up broke again. And that's what a lot of our people do. We don't prepare ourselves for when we do get the money. We don't have a plan for, okay, all right, when I get this money, I'm going to go do this. We thinking about going to go buy cars and all kind of other bullshit that ain't going to bring us no other money back in. And that brings me to this. When it comes to investing, you don't necessarily have to always invest in real estate. I encourage you to invest in real estate somehow, some way. You can do wholesaling, you can do fix and flipping. There's multiple ways you can do real estate, and you don't have to have a real estate license to do real estate. That's a real estate agent and a real estate investor are two totally different things. All right, so we got to get that understood also. So I was also getting to this point too, that people park their money with jewelry. People park their money with cars. People park their money with art, NFTs, whatever. You know, anything that put their money in place, and their money gain equity over time by parking that money in that certain asset. Jewelry, gold, portraits that you see on people's walls that a nigga run up in your house that he'll probably never pay attention to taking $1 million painting off the wall. You know, cars, people go buy Rolls Royces, Corvettes, Hellcats, cars that will show appreciation over time, that will be in benefit of them actually making it a tax shelter at the same time and building wealth. So tax shelters, that's where these assets come into play at. When it comes, instead of putting your money, let's say you got $30,000 or $100,000 or $500,000, and you go and put that in the bank, you're going to be taxed like crazy by putting that in the bank. So it'd be smart for you to go and put that money into a painting or some type of asset, or such as a car or jewelry. You know, rappers and entertainers, they do it all the time. We got to get hip to the game. You feel me? Like, we're so far behind of paying attention to things that matters absolutely nothing when it comes to our life, that's distracting us when it comes to getting this money, bro. And what I'm telling y'all is that if we don't go and take initiative into getting these funds that we're eligible for, the rich and the wealthy, they're going to continue to get it. And we sitting back looking at this as it being a handout, like, oh, I'm not taking nothing from the government. The government, they always shiesty. The government, they don't never play fair. The government never's nice. I done heard all of the above when it comes to the government. And we still don't realize that we live in a capitalistic country. Why are you not capitalizing? Why are you not? So this isn't a handout, guys. This is what's owed to you, that you must go and get. And if you don't, I'm telling you, the rich are going to continue to do it. And they do it year in, year out, time and time again. Whenever there's a pandemic or a crisis or such, or a catastrophic event that hinders the country financially, you should be smiling, because it's all in benefit of us as the people, for the people. Gotta keep that in mind, guys. So make sure y'all tap in, man. I appreciate y'all for watching the videos and all your support. Make sure y'all tap in with me in the comments. Y'all know I be helping out a lot of people with my credit consultation service. Y'all know that's $100 per consultation. If you're really serious about that, hit me up in my email. That's jackofalltradestv2@gmail.com. all right. And if you guys want any of your wholesale apparel, if you want wholesale vendors for your business, no matter whatever you may be selling, guys, contact me. 318-217-4800. I'm not that hard to reach, and I will get back to you at some point in time. But don't bullshit me though, because I will turn up on you. All right. And I'm a very nice person. I'm very approachable, and I'm really easy to speak to. But guys, you gotta be able to, you know, walk with me when I'm giving you the information, all right, and make it applicable. So actually a couple of y'all sent me some emails talking about the 52 credit letters, repair credit letters, especially, and these credit letters are really good for people that has had fraud committed on their credit, as far as unemployment fraud, PPP loan fraud. All these letters are really good for this, because you know when you get frauded or somebody takes your identity or information or whatever, and they do these types of things, you know, that falls on you, because it's not going to be shown that a lot of times that someone else did these things. They're going to trace it back to you. It's looking like you did it, especially if you gave these people your information. So you're going to be responsible. It's the same as when people drop checks in people's bank accounts and they persuade these people and tell them, oh hey, I'm gonna drop this check, all you got to do is get the money, we'll break it down, blah blah blah, I just need your password and your sign-in info for your bank account. And they go in and drop the check in there, and you may or may not get the money. They may flag the money and shut your whole account down, or you may get the money, and then 2 weeks or a week later they hitting you saying, oh, this is fraud and you need to pay this back. So that's what's going on. That credit letter packet is really good for situations like that. Otherwise, guys, if you're trying to use these letters for something that you have done personally that you owe, it's not gonna work. It's not set up for that. It's not gonna work out for you. So these letters have everything already made up for you and printed out and worded and everything. You just need to fill in the blanks with your information, and the blanks are open. And these are PDF files, so you can go in and edit and do whatever you want to do. So, and also these letters, they're not free no more. They're on the website right now, so y'all can go check that out. I'll put the link in the description, and that's also on superbglove.net. So yeah, for your wholesale apparel, credit letters and all that good stuff, go to superbglove.net and it'll be all there available for you.